Hi, everybody. This is MoveEasy Yoga with Via. The beautiful Kathy Hampton is on the floor as our model. And we're going to start. Today is April 10th, 2021. We're going to start the way we always do, lying on your back, supine, knees bent, feet on the floor. Palms up, just watching the breath. So you're watching the breath you came in with. It might change, but you're not asking it to change. You're just watching, observing with curiosity and attention. Maybe some sort of gratitude that you have a breath. It might get deeper and longer, or it might not. Well, while you're here, if you would like to, imagine a place right behind where the eyeball sockets. So if you imagine your fingers going into your eyes, don't put them in your eyes, and then, or a string, and going back behind the eyeball sockets and crossing. Where they cross, and a little bit lower than that, is the pituitary. And you can imagine that spot. It's a quiet place to imagine. I love my body loves me. I am a student of my body and my breath. Take a couple more breaths. And then prepare for vagus nerve reset. You can bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers or stack your hands, or you can put a therapy ball underneath. Whatever you do, don't move anything except your eyeballs. So find this position and then shift your eyeballs to the right. And wait for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. What happens here is that when you move the occipital, or not the occipital, the eye nerve, it triggers a reset of the vagus nerve, which is the resting, relaxing, restoring, de-stressing nerve. If you're new, or even if you're not new, if this may or may not happen, you just need to wait. If it doesn't happen, you'll move to this, return to the center, and everyone can return to the center now. And then shift your eyeballs without moving anything else. Shift your eyeballs to the left. Look to the left. Your eyes can be closed or open. And wait and watch for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come on back to center and repeat this 2 more times without my cueing it. Right, left, right, left. Just shifting your eyeballs and waiting. If you're anxious, if you're stressed out, if you're tired, if you're confused, angry, lonely, vagus nerve reset is easy to do, and it might change, reverse your course. You could do it seated also, or standing. The reason I do it at the beginning of the class is so that if you're carrying some of the tension you're carrying in your body, you'll let go of, and this will help you move better. Whenever you're finished, stay there. We're going to do head ramping. This is good for your posture. If you're using a computer or a phone, this will help compensate for that rounded shoulder, forward head movement that we get into with those devices. You can put a therapy ball, again, a set of therapy balls under your head, or not. You can put your hands behind you or not. So if you're tired of having your arms behind you, just put them beside you. The first thing you do is just press the back of the skull into the floor or your hands or the therapy balls. Just press the back of the skull. The skull slides along the mat, along the floor, away from the shoulders. And the chin drops a little bit. Hold there for a couple breaths. And release, and do this 4 more times. Pressing the skull, the back of the skull into the floor, the balls or your hands. The chin drops a little bit. You might get some yawning here too, because you're messing with the occipital, with the vagus nerve and the occipital ridge. There are all sorts of nerve endings that come up underneath at the top of the neck and underneath the ridge. And then finish that up. Head ramping. And now we're going to just do some breath work. What I'd like to do is the square breath. It's just imagining a square. So you're just continuing to lie down supine. Close your eyes, imagine a square, and then on one side of the square, any side, pick a side, inhale, and then pause at the bottom of at the corner, and then exhale across another side of the square. Pause a little bit, inhale, and then exhale. So it's really 2 breaths using the square to structure your breath. Inhale, one side, pause, exhale, Pause. Inhale, down the other side or across, wherever you are in your mind. Pause, and then finish up the square. Just keep going. Square breathing. Finish up one more square. And then the last thing we're going to do here is the hypopressives. So we're going to do the basic hypopressive. Keep your knees bent, your heels are on the floor, your toes are up toward the ceiling, dorsiflexed. Bring your arms overhead, over your chest, as if you're hugging a tree. Flip your hands and press the hands toward the ceiling and press the scapula into the floor. So you're activating your arms and your shoulders. 3 breaths, and then we'll hold our breath out. No breath for a count of 15 or as long as you can hold it. So 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out, out, no breath. Hold your breath in, no breath. No in breath, no nothing breath. 1, 2, sorry for confusing you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay as long as you can. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And just go ahead and release everything. Inhale, exhale. We're going to stay here. We're going to do one more of those, and then we're going to go to the straight-legged version of this. So toes up toward the ceiling again. That actually engages your core. This is core work, you guys. Arms over the chest. Flip your hands. Activate your scapula and your hands. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale all the way out. No breath. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, soft belly. 8, 9, spread your rib cage. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whoops. One more than I promised. Extend your legs. Cross your right ankle over your left. Still you're dorsiflexing, so the toes are coming towards your nose. Bring your arms up, just like we did before. Stack your left hand on top of the right, and then bring your arms back over your ears, by your ears. Big, long stretch. Inhale, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale all the way out. Hold your breath out, no breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And just go ahead and relax and wiggle and switch to the other side, the other leg, other ankle, left ankle over right, dorsiflex your toes. Stack your right hand on top of your left with your arms over your chest, and then arms overhead. 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. No breath. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, as long as you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go ahead and release everything. Inhale, exhale. You're done with hypopressives. Just wiggle and stretch. You can hug your knees if you want. We're going to still stay here. And we're going to use some therapy balls to release the upper back and along the spine. So the first thing we're going to do is take a set of therapy balls. They can be alpha, they can be big, they can be little. They should be in a tote. Put them at the top of your shoulders but still captured. So, and then start to roll down your spine. So the balls are on either side of the spine. Start to roll down either with the balls on either side of the spine. If this is too much, you guys use a courageous ball instead. But you're going to roll down so the balls keep rolling down towards your hips. You might want to put your hands under your head to hold them up. Hold it up if you're hyperextending your neck. So you'd make a cradle with your hands behind your neck. So you're just going to slowly take the balls all the way down as far as you can take them. Just to open up the back.
It is very hard.
It's hard. You're going to go to the sponge ball.
I am.
Well, the little balls, probably the bigger ball, the alpha balls might be better than the little balls.
I'll try those.
Or less intense, let's say, not better.
Yeah, not as intense, but
not as intense. So hold on to your head if you can, Kathy. And now just use your feet and your butt to roll. Then you won't be hypoextending your cervical spine.
oh man, no, that's hard. Oh.
Okay, well, in that case, Try the sponge ball. So all of you may be switching to the sponge ball. I don't know. I can't keep track of you. And just breathing and moving and allowing a release. This is a myofascial release of the ligaments and the muscles along the spine. And go down as far as you can. And then come back up. But one of the problems is your t-shirt's going to get connected to the ball, wrapped up in the ball.
It does.
You may have to adjust that. Actually, it's better to do this with skin. All of the ball work is better to do with skin contact, but we don't do nude yoga here, so you have to put up with the shirts.
No show today, but yeah, it would be better without a shirt.
You could do this, in your home practice. You can do anything you want. When you're finished, when you're all the way back up, we're going to do a bridge with therapy ball work. So you're going to take the balls out of the bag, out of the tote. And I would recommend the larger ball, if you have it, the larger set of balls, if you have them. And you're going to put them, there's these places, we're going to try to release the traps, the upper traps, which run along the top of the shoulder. And you're going to lie on the balls with the balls a little bit to the outside and trapped. So Kathy, can you maybe show that? Put the ball, take the balls. Well, no, just stay seated and take the balls and put them on your back and see if you can hold them. Show they're going to be up. So your arms are going to come the other way. Bring your arms there. It's more like that. That's much better. Somewhere there, you're gonna put the balls, trap them by your shoulders, and lie on them. And then, if you dare, lift your butt up and do a bridge.
Okay.
So, and you still might want to hold on. Remember how I had Kathy hold on to her head when she was rolling up and down the spine? You still might want to do that also with your head. And then, so you're resting on the top of your shoulders. The balls are pressing into this area that actually holds a lot of stress, our shoulders, our upper backs. And then if you can, lift your butt up a little or a lot into a bridge pose. Ouch, ouch. And then stay there if you can, or come down and try it again. So you just do this in little dibs and dabs. Don't hurt yourself. Come down, but you should feel a lot of, well, when you sit up, you'll feel a lot of tension has been rolled away literally, no pun intended, or it is intended. And you can try several different spaces. Make the balls a little farther apart. Make them a little farther down. Don't go too far. It's because we're still trying to focus on the traps, the upper trapezius, the muscle that runs actually alongside your neck, but also comes across the top of your shoulders. This is a place everyone, young and old, no matter what your size, race, color, creed, you're holding tension here. And we're going to try to get at it today.
Wow.
What does it feel like, Kathy?
That is deep.
It's intense.
Yes. After the first time, it's not quite so hard, but
It gets a little better, right?
yeah.
If you can't lift your butt up, just find a way to just a teeny weeny little up and down roll and side to side roll. But you can also find a little up and down roll when your butt's up, when you're in a bridge pose,
Yeah.
and find a little side to side if you want.
Oh man.
So this is much better than a back rub. This is your own. I always feel like someone's been scratching my back when I do this.
Mm.
This is way too much, you guys. You could put a towel over your therapy balls so that there's a cushion there, or you could come to your sponge ball. Breathing, allowing the tension to wash away. Go ahead and come on down, and we're going to try. I think I want you to try a smaller ball if you have it, but it could be either ball. We're gonna try to roll while you're supine. Try to roll along that trapezius. So this is a little different, but just rolling along the back side of the trapezius from your neck to the shoulder. See if you can find one ball and track the edge of the trapezius. So this is a little different. And it may be kind of foreign to you. Now I said littler ball, and now I'm going to try the little bigger ball. I'm lifting my arm up and bending my elbow, and then trying to roll all the way across the trapezius. Ouch, all the way to the outside. And I'm using my bigger ball. There is a track there if you can find, you might be able to find. I can guarantee you're holding tension here. I can guarantee you're releasing tension here right now. No matter how awkward it feels, whether you do the whole thing or just part of it, but think of yourself as rolling along the ball along this track that is the edge of the side of the trapezius as it well, it doesn't move, the ball moves. You know, it's a muscle that you're going to try to release. And then just switch sides to the other side. And then start at the spine and then roll it out. Can you roll out along the edge there? It's a small movement. And finish up, and then we're going to finish up and then see, we're going to stay here. So we're going to be using, still supine, but see, let's see, put your balls back in the tote. We're going to do the neck and jaw series on a brick. So we're going down a little bit farther. Lie on your back. Put the therapy balls at the occipital ridge on the brick. And then place your occipital ridge and the therapy balls on the brick. So the first of this series is supine, and then we'll move to the sideline sequence. First thing I want you to do is just go up and down. So chin up, chin down, like a yes and a no. You can use the little balls, or the alpha, the big balls. We're going to do 9 of these. And then go ahead and do a small side to side movement. No. So the first was a yes, and now this is a no. It's pretty small though. You don't want to go all the way to the left or right. We'll do that later. It's a little side to side movement. If your balls are slipping out, you can use your hands to keep them there. Eventually you'll learn, or they'll learn how to stay put. They need to be at the occipital ridge though, not down farther in the curve of the neck. 9 times. Watching your breath. I'm a student of my breath and my body. And then go ahead and make a figure 8 with your nose. Nine times. And then the other direction. And then when you're finished, look all the way to the right so that the ball, only you're resting on the right ball, only on the right side, on the right ball. Look all the way to the right. And while you're looking right, nod 9 times. Did you lose it?
Yeah.
So looking right and nodding. And then a small side to side movement. Still looking to the right and then moving side to side. Slowly come back to center, look left, all the way to the left. So really you're just resting one side of your skull on the one ball on the left, looking all the way to the left, nodding, chin up, chin down. You may find that you're carrying a lot of stress right here, like sort of behind the ear. And now a side to side movement. It's very small. The next part of this neck and jaw series is on side lying. So go ahead and lie on your side with your head on the brick. And actually we'll be using one ball. So pull out one ball, either a big one or a little one. Put it behind, the first movement is behind the earlobe, behind the ear, on the brick, and then behind the ear. This is fairly near to where we were last time, but this is a really critical area to release tension in. So while you're here, make sure your knees are stacked, ankles stacked, hips stacked, shoulders stacked, and then the ball behind the earlobe and nodding 9 times. This could be a little painful because we carry tension here in the back of the neck. If it's too painful, maybe the bigger ball would be less, or maybe you would want to put a washcloth over the ball. I'm not sure about what a sponge ball would be like here. And now just a small side to side movement. Okay. The next movement, we're going to stay on this side and finish all of the moves on this side, is at the jaw. So put the ball in the center of your jaw. Find a place that works for you. There's several different places that might work. And just the first thing we're going to do is just stay here and wait. It's called compression. If any of this is too much, you can try to do it seated just with the ball and not with all of your body weight on the ball. Go ahead and nod, chin up, chin down. And then small side to side movement. Open and close your mouth 9 times. Bring your ball to the last location when you're done with the jaw opening. The last location is the temple. Find a place just beyond your eyeball or eye socket on the side of your face. We carry a lot of tension here. This is sometimes where tension headaches are located. Find a spot, ouch, and then start to nod, chin up, chin down. And side to side. And now go ahead and flip to the other side. And we'll start this same thing on the other side, starting with the ball behind the earlobe. Remember, you can be trying to use a small ball or a larger ball. Ball behind the chin. Everything is stacked, hips, knees, ankles, shoulders. And this might be even more intense than the other side. We are asymmetrical creatures. One side is going to feel different from the other. Up and down. And side to side. Bring your ball to the cheekbone. Some strategic location in that little indent underneath the jawbone. Well, underneath the top of the jawbone. Let's just wait for a minute or two, a breath or two. And then start to nod, chin up, chin down. And then side to side. Open and close your jaw 9 times. Bring your ball to the temple. Compress for a minute or breath. And then nod, chin up, chin down. And then side to side. And then put your ball back into the bag, whichever ball set you have, into the tote. And before you go anywhere, I like to do this, although you might have to get off the block. I want you to put your forehead smack dab down on the ball. So instead of just being at the temple, have your ball across your forehead, and now up and down and side to side. So one side of the ball is on the one side above the eye, and one side of the ball, one ball is on the other side above the eye. Kathy's on her belly, prone, but I'm still sideline. And just, so I don't think it matters.
Okay.
But just so you know, there are at least two ways to do this. Side to side. And then come on up to a floor seated position. Sit in a cross-legged position. We're going to do a side bend. So sit in a cross-legged position. And then starting on the right, slide your right arm along the floor. Bring your left arm above. And I'm going to time you here. So remember to keep both sits bones on the floor. The curve, the side bend is at the thoracic spine, starting at the waist and then all the way up the thoracic spine. And now go ahead and bring your elbow forward, the top elbow forward a little bit. See if you can find a stretch along the outside of the armpit. And then come on back, elbow first, and then torso, other side. Left arm along the floor, right arm up and over. And just stay here and breathing and side bending. It's really good for your posture. It's good for your balance and your gait. It's good for moving forward, metaphysically speaking. And then go ahead and bring your right elbow forward. So you got a side bend to move forward. Find a big stretch here at the back of the armpit. Come on up, elbow first and then the torso. Let's stay here. Switch your legs, switch the cross of your legs. We're going to do a spine twist. Starting on the right, left hand on the right knee. Take your right arm behind you, spider fingers. And then rotate your spine, find a big spine twist, sit tall. And while you're here, and if you want to, you can start to move the rib cage without moving the trapezius, hopefully. Move the rib cage from side to side while you're still spine twisting. This just opens up the upper back and the rib cage. That second movement. Come on back all the way, untangle yourself. Go to the other side, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Find a spine twist, stay tall. When you arrive, when you found that and maintain it, from there, you can start to shift your rib cage slide. Try not to involve your trapezius, just the rib cage. Come on back. Let's do a side bend for the neck. Just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Sit tall. Breathe. I'm a student of my breath. And then go ahead and drop your chin forward a little bit and find another stretch. And then bring your chin up again and then bring your whole cervical spine up. Left side, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. So remember, you're sitting tall here, you're in good posture, because if you're rounded shoulders, well, you can even try it. It just doesn't work as well as if you're sitting tall. Now go ahead and drop your chin towards your armpit. Find another stretch along the outside of the neck. Sit tall. Come back, chin first, and then the rest, cervical spine next. We're going to add resistance. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Put your right hand on your ear, your left ear. Now press your ear into your hand. Resistance. This is a whole different stretch. Sit tall. And lift your hand off your ear and then drop your chin and then put it back. Find another stretch and press into the hand with your head, side of your head. And then take your hand off first, bring your chin back, and then bring your whole cervical spine up. Other side, resistance, side bend, cervical side bend with resistance, left ear, left shoulder, left hand on right ear, press the ear into the hand. Breathe. I'm a student of my body and my breath. Take your hand off your head, drop your chin, put your hand back on your head, resistance, again, pressing the head into the hand. Okay, bring your hand off your head, your chin up, and then your head up. Okay, let's go, we're going to do this tongue series that we've done before, seated. Go ahead and switch the legs. We're going to do a sliding nod first, which is really similar to head ramping actually, but it's seated and it has a little slightly different direction. So put your fingers at the base of your skull and then tuck your chin tightly. So this one starts with a chin tuck. And now fold the neck forward, tuck the chin tightly, fold the neck forward, and now pull the head back, feeling a stretching sensation at the base of the skull. That's all it is. It's similar, it's sort of almost, it's similar to head ramping, but with slightly different directions. And then just release and repeat this 5 times. And we're going to do a little variation too here. So the first thing you're going to do is tuck your chin tightly and then press your neck forward, fold your neck forward, and then press everything back. And hold for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And then release. 3 more times. Tuck the chin tightly. Fold the head forward and then press it back. Down to 10 or 15. Let's say 10. Release. 2 more times. Tuck the chin, fold head forward, and then press it back. And then last one, tuck the chin tightly, drop the head forward, and then press it back. I had to let go of my hands, you guys, because it got tired. I got tired of holding my hands up there. So my hands are on my knees, just so you know. And yours could be too. Oops. And then go ahead and release that. And I ran out of time here. I'll have to make a note of this, but this is as far as I got because I'll know not to do more of this next time, this much next time. Lie on the floor, everybody, and get ready for Yoga Nidra 61-point guided meditation. You can cover yourself with a blanket. You could cover your eyes with a washcloth. You can extend your legs. You can have your knees bent. You could have your knees bent and up on a chair. So what I want you to do is be comfortable and feel safe. I'm going to guide you through 61 point guided meditation. It's 61 body parts. I'm going to mention, I don't want you to move the body parts. I want you to move your attention to the body parts that I mentioned, starting with the breath and just breathing in and breathing out. And watching the belly rise and fall as you breathe. Bring your awareness now and your attention to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes our 61-point guided meditation. Go ahead and start to watch your breath and come back to the room and wiggle. Extend your legs, extend your arms overhead, wiggle and stretch, and try to create a little space between your rib cage and your pelvis. Wiggle and stretch right and left, left and right. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists in one direction and then the other. Hug your right knee to your chest and then your left. Releasing your lower back. And then rock from side to side, both knees, hugging both knees. And then whenever you're ready, roll onto your side into a fetal position using your bottom arm as a pillow. And put your top arm, palm on the floor, and use that to press yourself up into seated, into some sort of a comfortable seated position. Unmute yourself. I'm going to change the spotlight and put myself on gallery so I can see everybody. And go ahead and put your hands together. Press on them. See if you can find some of the work, some of the fine work we did on shoulders, neck and shoulders and jaw. Press, press, press. And then do a soft prayer pose with no pressure. Lift your skull up. It should feel really good with all the work we did there. Lift your skull up away from your shoulders so that you can just rock or nod over the cervical spine. Bowing, nodding, rolling, bowing. Recognizing the light in each of us. Knowing that we are all one light. And we'll close the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, and happy anniversary.
Yeah, I'm going to send out an anniversary letter, I think, reminding us that we've been around a year and it's still going strong.
You were
Okay.
doing before that though, weren't you, Mom?
Well, I did, Parvin and Kathy and I actually, and some other folks, a couple years before that, but I had stopped that class like in November before COVID. And but I had been doing that for 2 years, an online class also. It was called MoveEasy 101. It was different in a way. It was different in a way. The way I presented it and stuff was different.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a good class too. Got me off the
It was a good class. Yeah, it was a good class.
Mhm.
Oh, anyone have anything they dying to say?
Yeah, I will miss next Tuesday's session. I have to make a run to Anchorage, so I will be gone.
Okay, well, we'll miss you.
catch it on YouTube.
Yes, exactly. I look forward to these every week. So
So do I.
Okay, I look forward to it too. All
The
right.
ball was really tough. I have to work on that. That was
Putting the balls along the back here.
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's sensitive spots there. Yikes.
There are.
Everybody holds a lot of tension there. Yeah. But it might behoove you, where did that word come from? To use the balls back there occasionally or frequently. Right.
Frequently.
Or not frequently.
Felt good after
Yeah.
working yesterday, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. Bye, everybody.